Alright, so we're just at Imaginary Wars playing another game this fine day. I'm playing against, was it Stefan? Steven?
Yep.
I played him 3 weeks ago when he was the guy that hadn't played Warhammer before, and where we got the draw. So we decided to have a rematch, and I didn't use the same list. I'm using a list I've never tried before. And Steven, you just want to go over your list?
Yeah, 5 knights, no champions, just a banner in each of them. We got 21 warriors, banner, champion, and musician. 20 warriors, banner, champion, musician. We have my level 4 sorcerer lord, and we have 2 war altars. These are unmarked. Everything else is marked Nurgle, including the sorcerer.
Alright. And then on my side, I have a unit of 5 knights. They just have lances and shields, no command. 20 zombies with a musician. Unit of 34 skeletons. In that unit, I have 2 vampire heroes and Henrik. They also have full command. Another unit of 33 skeletons with a level 1 necromancer in there. Unit of 5 knights. I am trying out Blood Knights, so it's a unit of 4 Blood Knights in there, and Terrorgeist. So we're about to roll off to see who gets the first turn, and see you after that. So we just finished my turn 1. I moved up my army pretty drastically, actually, for it only being turn 1. I failed to mention that we are playing Watchtower, modified Watchtower rules, where this forest is essentially the Watchtower. So everybody. The closest person to that forest at the end of the game wins. And in my magic phase, I rolled a 3 and channeled 1. Threw 3 dice at a 6-inch bubble with Henrik. I ended up rolling, I got 20 on my casting, so he didn't bother dispelling it. Got 10 skeletons into this unit. 8 skeletons into this unit, and 7 zombies into this unit, which I don't think will all fit there. But we're off to Warriors of Chaos turn 1. So we just finished Warriors of Chaos turn 1. His knights came up the flank a little, and his warrior blocks just kind of moved up. He brought his knights over to the side to try and prevent any charges on his flank of his warriors. I did warn him about overruns into his warriors anyway. And yeah, he likes where they are, so hopefully those guys won't die, and then my guys will just come across. In the magic phase, he did the Glorious Rot, hitting these 3 units, doing no damage to the Black Knights, killing 3 zombies, like 7 zombies, and then killing 2 or 4 skeletons. And then he did the Quagling Quagmire on my skeletons, killing 19 of them. So they're down below their starting, and it's never good with skeletons. His miscast, because he total powered it, was just a strength 6 hit on all channelers, which knocked off his charm shield. So, and in the shooting phase, he gave those units +1 strength and
+1 armor.
+1 armor.
Yeah.
And we are off to Vampire Counts turn 2. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 2. I charged my Knights and my Blood Knights into his Knights, and moved up everything. Moved these Knights up over here so to kind of get some weird charges in with his warriors. Turned my zombies around to face over here. In the magic phase, my 1 vampire level 1 had Curse of the Years, so I rolled 5 dice on that. I got it off irresistibly, killed 7 Warriors of Chaos, and got sucked into the warp, also blowing up a bunch of skeletons. The rest of my magic phase, I just summoned up like 5 more skeletons, and then tried to do a Van Hels's Dance on these guys that got dispelled. Or it didn't even succeed to cast, actually. I rolled like a 4. Terrorgeist also flew over to scream at his war altar, and he made 4 of the 7 saves, so he took 3 wounds. And in the combat, all my attacks that were coming in from my vampires that were strength 7, I hit like 7 or 8 times and rolled a bunch of 1s. And then he made a couple 5-up armor saves, and so now I ended up losing that combat by 1. And we are off to Warriors of Chaos turn 2. So we just finished Warriors of Chaos turn 2. His warriors charged into the flank of my knights. Those guys charged in the front of my other knights that were fighting his knights. And his War Altar charged the flank of my Terrorgeist. These guys tried to charge the flank of my zombies, but couldn't make it due to the impassable terrain. In the magic phase, he threw all his dice stopping Curse of the Years, and he left his marks on his warriors. And in combat, he won everything. I didn't do a single wound. He did 2 wounds to my Terrorgeist due to the charge and to the flank. And we are off to Vampire Counts turn 3. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 3. My zombies just moved over to the side here, trying to, I don't know, trying to get him so he can't just overrun into my skeletons. But yeah, not charging him. Moved back 2 inches just to make that a bigger charge for him. My skeletons charged into the flank of his War Altar because I needed to get my Terrorgeist freed up. And the only reason why I won that combat was due to the extra ranks, because I won by 2, he fled, I caught him, and we are off to Warriors of Chaos turn 3. So we just finished Warriors of Chaos turn 3. In his unit, his whole army minus 2 models charged into my general's unit, and these warriors charged down onto my skeletons here. These guys charged into my zombies. He just decimated all of my infantry. In the magic phase, he tried to do just regen, and I dispelled it. It was a really small magic phase of like 3 dice. My general lived due to the fact that his unit champion in that unit of warriors had to issue challenge, so Henrik got off the front lines with those magical knights. We're just going to chop him up into bits. I ended up losing by 14 though. So we are off to Vampire Counts turn 4. So this is what it's looking like at the end of, this was my turn 3. Vampire's turn 3. In the magic phase, I rolled 3 for the Winds of Magic, and then just threw all 3 dice at a 12-inch bubble heal, getting my Terrorgeist back up to full wounds, and adding 5 skeletons, because I rolled a 1. In the shooting phase, I killed 4 warriors with a scream from the Terrorgeist. And in combat, I lost by 14. So Henrik took, what, like 6 crumbles, and he's dead. In the the fight over here as well, he I only had 2 skeletons left. My vampire did 3 wounds to his champion in the challenge, and I lost by 3. So my vampire died, and my crumble test, my Terrorgeist took 3 wounds from the crumble. And we just did, if he did nothing, what would happen on my turn 4, and the Terrorgeist crumbled to death. So he is the closest to the forest, so he wins the game, even though nothing is on the table.
Yeah.
So thanks for the game. Victory goes to Warriors of Chaos.